No, they are different leads, different ECG of different number of leads. So we will start with the simpler ones. These are 3 lead and 1 lead configurations, and they are primarily used for continuous monitoring. So 3 lead ECG offers a limited top to bottom and a left to right view of the heart's rhythm and are primarily used for monitoring heart rate and rhythm. So we can, based on 3 lead ECG, we can know heart rate. We can also know, whether our heart is beating, regularly or, there's irregular, rhythm there. So this is really just for preliminary assessment and for continuous monitoring because they are easy to measure. So 3 leads here means 3 different directions. So we have lead 1, which is from right arm to left arm. Lead 2 from right arm to left leg, and lead 3 from left arm to left leg. 3 leads here. So these are like 3 vectors here. So are they independent? Are they fully independent, the 3 leads? No. How many independent vectors here? The 3 leads, they are not fully independent. So there are only 2. You agree with me? There are only 2 independent vectors here because lead 2 equals lead 1 plus lead 3. These are vectors. Okay, good. Yeah. So, but by having 3 leads, we can have, direct visualization of, different appearances of ECG. So we use 3 leads. Then there's also 1 lead, where we use lead 2 most. This is really for wearable devices. In wearable devices, we typically just do 1 lead, and lead 2 is most common, but we also use other leads. And 3 lead or 1 lead doesn't give us a full picture of the heart's activity. So that's why we have the standard 12 lead configuration, 12 lead ECG. 12 lead ECG is for full diagnostics. There's a lot of information we can extract from 12 lead ECG. And there's a common misconception. So when we say 12 lead ECG, people may think this is 12, we need 12 electrodes for 12 lead ECG, but that's not true. So for 12 lead ECG, we only need 10 electrodes. That includes 4 limb electrodes and 6 chest electrodes. So the 4 limb electrodes include, left arm, right arm, left leg, and right leg. Then we have, 6 chest electrodes here. So then we can generate 12 leads. These are the leads we use clinically. So the first we have 6 chest leads. These are really from the center of the heart. Put the different, electrodes on the chest. 6 electrodes, 6 leads. Then we have 6 limb leads, including lead 1, 2, 3 in the 3 lead configuration, plus augmented voltage right, augmented voltage left, and augmented voltage foot. So lead 1, 2, 3 are bipolar leads because each lead uses 2 electrodes, and augmented, leads are unipolar leads. So let's say, the augmented voltage left is really a look from the left arm, and augmented voltage right is a look from the right arm, and augmented voltage foot is a look from the foot. So 6 limb leads here. First, we can use the 12 different leads to diagnose complex cardiac conditions like myocardial infarction, ischemia, hypertrophy, and electrolyte imbalances. But why is that? Why can we get this very complicated information using 12 lead ECG? So this photo, this graph should tell you why we need different leads, why we look in different angles. So let's say if we look at lead 2 and 3 and AVF, then the electrical impulses will be transmitted from the heart through the interior wall of the heart. So by looking at, these three leads, we can know what's going on with the inferior wall of the heart. Then if we look at, let's say, lead 1 and lead AVL, then, when we measure from this direction, we are getting information about what's going on with the lateral wall of the heart. So different viewing angles give us information about different parts of the heart. So, if we see like, something abnormal from like, let's say lead 2, then it's probably telling you there's something wrong with the inferior wall of the heart. So that's why, if you go to a hospital and do a full diagnostics, you will probably see this kind of 12-panel ECG. That's more common in hospitals. Okay. Before we move on, do you have questions on why we need so many leads? Yes.
Could you go back to the last slide?
Yes.
So when you say bipolar leads,
Yes.
does that mean that it's like, for example, lead 3, it's using right leg and left arm, and it's like one's acting like ground and one's acting like, or like one's a source, one's a sink type of thing, and it's measuring the difference?
Yeah.